I'm Lance Smith, now hanging out in the studio as promised with Karen Fairchild and the one and only Mr. John Mellencamp. Guys, it's good to see you.
Good to see you.
I like this here. So let's talk about this partnership. I mean, Mr. Mellencamp, you started working with Little Big Town here, what, a few years ago, right?
I think it was they played, we went on tour and they did some shows with me probably, what?
Maybe three years ago,
Oh,
I guess?
no, more than that.
Was it more than that?
Yeah.
4 years ago.
I'd say more than that. Quite a while ago.
Well, now, and so you've stolen Karen here to work on your latest album.
I don't think we've stolen it. I think I would say, though, that we found out in the meantime that not only does her voice work very well with Little Big Town, but her voice works very well with mine.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that's an attribute to her being such a good singer. Not so much, because I'm kind of hard to sing with, you know, because I phrase funny and I you know, have my own way of doing things. But she was able to come in and very rapidly, and we work very rapidly.
Yeah, he works very in a spontaneous, creative way. So
is that different for you?
I call it chasing him.
Yeah, well, she does, and she does a good job of it.
You do a good job of chasing?
I do a good job of chasing him.
Well, you did such a good job, and we're going to get to this video, this new video for you guys here in a little bit, but not the first time you've worked together on a video. My Sweet Love is actually nominated for Wide Open Country Video of the Year at this year's CMT Music Awards.
Did you know that?
Fans can log on and vote.
We're nominated, you and I.
We are?
Yeah, I've been trying to get our fans to vote like crazy.
Yes, you should.
But you need all your fans to vote. You have more fans, so
I don't
vote. You can go to cmt.com.
Well, see, there's our guy right over there.
And we're nominated, and then the other band I'm in is nominated 3 times.
That's true too. Yeah, Little Big Town, they do okay here on CMT. So yeah, so you've obviously this is working, and we'll see what happens with My Sweet Love. Let's talk about this latest video, working together on A Ride Back Home.
It was fun.
Well, the object, you know, I'm pretty obtuse with my video making after 50 videos. So, you know, the traditional video making is, you know, I've done that. So I'm always trying to find a different way of expressing something through a video. But with this video that her and I just did, it's a very traditional, old style John Mellencamp video with a performance. And, you know, like, you know, My Sweet Love didn't even have a performance in it. It just had some words written on it.
Right.
So we went back and made a very traditional video and presented the song in a very humble, I think, way, and not tried to oversell it. You know, that's the trouble I have with so many videos, so many people really working hard to oversell it.
A lot of noise.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we tried to, you know, be respectful of the song and be respectful of the audience, and she's carrying me because she looks so nice. And so if you enjoyed the song and enjoy looking at Karen, you'll enjoy the video.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
Well, Karen, talk to me a little bit about you talked to me a little bit about working with John here. I mean, we talked about chasing him, but talk about working with a guy that's got a catalog like this, and you know, such great music. What's it like for you personally?
It's very intimidating and inspiring. Look at him. Whatever.
I don't even know what she's talking about.
No, it was great. You know, he called and said, would you come up here and sing on a song? And the one song turned into 4 on this record. And
yeah.
It's because he and T-Bone were in there and they were, you know, inspiring each other and being spontaneous. And
T-Bone Burnett, the producer of the album.
Whatever felt right at the moment, they wanted to try. And so we would just dive in there. And
well, I remember when she came, we had 2 songs that we knew that I knew that I wanted her to sing on, and then we had 2 songs that were iffy about if they were even going to make the record. And I remember looking at you going, "All right, you're going to sing these 2 songs. You're going to have to save these 2 songs."
Save them. No
so
way.
If you can say, and both songs ended up on the record. All 4 songs ended up on the record.
Did she save them?
Yes, she did.
No, the writing.
Oh, she absolutely did. She absolutely saved the song.
The writing and the performances on these songs were so great and so inspired that I was just adding, you know, trying to get out of the way of the lyric.
Sure. Little Big Town in its entirety has worked with John Mellencamp here. What do the rest of the guys think about you getting this great opportunity?
Oh, they love it. They love John. You know, we did 8 or 9 songs on Freedom's Road on the last record, which was a great challenge for our band, and John had a specific thing in mind conceptually on how he wanted the harmonies to sound, and he thought we were the perfect fit, and we went up there and, you know, tried things that maybe we've never tried in the studio before, and we came out of that very affected by that process. And no, they love John, and they're happy that we're all looking to be, you know, inspired and creative in a new way. So they love this.
That's great. We'll talk about a little I say a little project. It's a very big deal. Something very cool that you're doing this summer. The Bob Dylan Show ballpark tour. You, Bob Dylan, Willie Nelson. Of course, you and Willie, obviously, no stranger to the stage together after Farm Aid, but...
Willie and I have done 24 Farm Aids together. I've known Willie since
huge.
1984.
So it's nice to get on the road with him again, I'm sure, but...
And I've known Bob, gosh, for years. I directed a video for Bob in 1990, I think.
Right.
So I've known Bob for a long time. But, you know, for me to be able to go out, well, what really came down to it, I said, listen, see, Willie's 78, Bob's 68, I'm going to be the youngest guy. And if I could go anywhere and be the youngest guy, if I'm going to be the kid, I'm going, you know. So
maybe you'll learn a few tricks, right?
Yeah. Well, you know, I think that, you know, for me, just being in the company of those guys who have written such beautiful songs.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, you know, there's nobody that will ever write the kind of material that Dylan has written.
Right.
So, you know, just to be able to watch him perform every night and then to be able to watch Willie. I mean, I think it's a fantastic opportunity, and you know, it's the kind of stuff that you know, not very many people get to grow up and perform with the people that when they were in high school and junior high admired, and I've been able to do that. I played last night with Pete Seeger. I mean, can you imagine?
Right.
It was his 90th birthday, and we played at Madison Square Garden, and it was just amazing to sit there, and there is the guy that wrote, you know, all of these wonderful, great songs, and I performed If I Had a Hammer. Now, when have you not known If I Had a Hammer your entire life? If you Google If I Had a Hammer, 8 million pieces on a song.
Right.
A song. I mean, you know, you can Google artists and they won't have that many.
Sure.
That many hits on.
Yeah. It says a lot.
That says a lot about, you know, and then all the other songs that he wrote, and all the other great artists that were there. Chris Christopherson was there. Arlo Guthrie was there. Springsteen was there. Dave Matthews was there. Tom Paxton. I mean, it goes on and on and on. I mean, everybody that's ever... Joan Baez, she was fantastic. She sang, he wrote, Where Have All the Flowers Gone? Come on, give me a break. That is just like unbelievable that you would be able to, you know, communicate, have a conversation with somebody who has suffered and provided such a service to humanity as Pete Seeger.
Let me ask you this. I mean, sitting here on this show, this is obviously a country music video show, and you have a large audience within the country music audience, but it also spans to, you know, the rock crowd and, you know, just the folk crowd. What do you think about this day and age and music in general? And are you having a good time? I mean, you seem to be having a good time with Karen on this record. And
you know, for me, I'm just trying to hold my end of it up. You know, I have been given a tremendous opportunity. I've been making records for 30-some years now, and it's my duty now to go out and perform these songs, and I have been very fortunate, and so, you know, I'm just holding my end of it up. I got to go out and play these songs and keep them alive, and but the good thing is that after you've made, you know, been around as long as, I don't really think much about, you know, radio and that kind of stuff anymore. I mean, I like being on the radio, don't get me wrong. Sure. But it's changed for me now. It's all about the songwriting. It's all about the performance, and so that's what's important to me now.
Thanks for being here.
Well, thanks for having me.
Tell the rest of the gang I said hey.
I will.
All right.